Hello friends, today we solve the general aptitude section of GATE 2023 electronics and communication paper. So this is the first question. It is saying that I cannot support this proposal, my dash will not permit it. So correct answer is conscience, which basically means a person's sense of right or wrong, his or her moral sense. Okay, because conscious means aware of something, consensus means agreement among group of people, and consent also means agreement. So this is the best word. I cannot support this proposal. My conscience will not permit it. Okay, मैं काम नहीं कर सकता, मेरी आत्मा अलाउ नहीं करती है. Okay, like that. Second question is like courts dash parliament legislature. So parliament legislature is what is an assembly with authority to make laws for a political entity such as country or state. So similarly, judiciary is also a system of court and judges that interpret, defend and law, and defend and applies the law. So courts, judiciary, parliament, legislature. Okay, legal is also a good option, but here he is talking about the body, so both are government bodies. So legislature is like also an assembly or group of people, and judiciary is also like a system of judges and courts. So he is best option. Third question is like what is the smallest number with distinct digit whose digit add up to 45? Okay, so you can see we need to find a smallest number out of 4, and it should have distinct digit. So a cannot be true because it has 5 5 5. Okay, let me zoom in. It has 5 5 5, so this is wrong, and this is also cut because it does not have distinct digit. Now out of these two, you can see that it is like 1 2 3 4 5 then 7, and it is 1 2 3 4 5 then 6. So C is smaller, and if you add all of them, then you get sum as 45. So C is correct answer because it is the smallest number with distinct digit whose digit add up to 45. Fourth question. In a class of 100 students, there are 30 students who neither like romantic or comedy, and number of students who like romantic is twice the number of students who like comedy, and number of students who like both comedy and romantic is 20. Okay, so it's a Venn diagram problem. So both are 20. This is romantic, this is comedy. Okay, neither जिनको दोनों पसंद नहीं वो 30, total are 100. Okay, so we need to make, so this part it has like 70 students in it, and this is let's say y, then it is 2x because number of guys who like romantic more double. Okay, so we need to make an equation, simple equation, which would be like 70 is equal to x plus 2x minus 20. Why? Because a union b is a plus b minus a union b. So this whole part is a union b, so this will be x plus 2x and minus 20 because this part is coming twice. In this part also we need to subtract it according to this formula. So we get the equation 3x is equal to 90, so x is equal to 30. Okay, so this part is 30, entire part is 30. So this part is 30 and this part is, therefore this part is 60. So total number of guys who like romantic movie is 60, and the guys who only like romantic is 40 because this part will be subtracted and only comedy are 10. So total is like 10, 40 and 20. Okay, so this is 70. Okay, so this was fourth question. It is like how many rectangles are present in the given figure. So we need to count the rectangles. So here we need to keep in mind that a square is also a rectangle. Okay, square is also a rectangle. Why? Because if like length is a and breadth is also a, then we get a square. Okay, so we need to count all the rectangles that are present. We also need to count all the squares, so we will count them manually. So first is like this part, 1, then it is 2, okay, then it is 3, then it is 4, okay, then it is 5, and then it is 6, okay, then it is 7, then it is 8, then it is 9, and the outer one which is 10. So only 10 rectangles, or you can say squares are there. So see, so it's like observation question. Okay, so you can see I have drawn them 1 2 3 4 and 5 6. This is like 5 and 6, and this is like 7 and 8, and then this is ninth. Okay, and then the outer one is 10. So total 10 rectangles will be there. So when they say rectangles, we need to count squares also though, so that is the catch here. Okay, this question is like tricky, but let's try to do it. It is saying that forest land is a planet inhabited by different kind of creatures. Among other creatures, it is populated by animals, all of whom are ferocious. There are two creatures. There are also creatures that have claws, some do not have. All creatures that have claws are ferocious. So based on the information provided, what can be done, which can be logically inferred with certainty. So it's actually, it does not look like a syllogism or Venn diagram type problem, but we need to use syllogism here. Okay, so let me zoom in. So basically he is saying two types of Venn diagram are possible, that forest land has lot of creatures. Okay, and among other creatures it is populated by animal, all of whom are ferocious. So ferocious, and all creatures that have claws are ferocious. So all animals, creatures with claws are ferocious, so claws will come under ferocious. Here also you can see that claws will come under ferocious. He is saying that among other creatures it is populated by animal, all of whom are ferocious. So animals are also ferocious. So now animal either can come into claws, or animal can come out of in between claws and ferocious. So two things are possible, because it is saying that animals, all animals are ferocious. So all animals are ferocious, all animals are ferocious, this condition is satisfied. And it's saying that all the creatures with claws are ferocious. So all creatures with claws are ferocious, all creatures with claws are ferocious. So both conditions are satisfied, and some creatures have claws, some do not have. So these do not have claws. Okay, so these are the two Venn diagram. Now out of them we need to use it. So first is saying all creatures with claws are animals. All creatures with claws are animals. So you can look at these things, the objects which will lie here, animals, creatures will lie here. These have claws, but they are not animals. So first is wrong. Some creatures with claws are not ferocious. Some creatures with claws. If you have claws, then you have to. If the creature has claws, then it has to be ferocious. Both Venn diagram are supporting, so B is wrong. Some non-ferocious creatures have claws. Non-ferocious will also have claws. This is not possible. And some ferocious creatures are creatures with claws. So some ferocious creatures are creatures with claws. So yes, this is true. This part is supporting it, and here this part is supporting it, that these are ferocious and have claws too. So D, both of them are supporting, so D is the correct answer. It's a tricky problem, and it can be confusing. And seventh question. Seventh question is saying that which of the following option represent a given graph. So you can see that this graph, looking into this graph, you can see that it is an even function first of all, and value at f0 is 0. And you can, these are like simple observation which I made, but first of them, see which of the options are even. So x square is even. Okay, and 2 raised to power minus mod x is also even. You can see it. For example, 2 raised to power minus x is like that. So f of minus x is 2 of minus x, which is again 2 of minus x. So which is equal to fx. So this is even. So both are even. So even into even is even. So a is even. If we look into option 2, then fx is equal to x is odd, and this is even. So odd into even is odd. So b is cut. And if you look into these three options, then 2 raised to power minus x is neither even nor odd. can see it here. If fx is 2 raised to 1 minus x, then f of minus x is 2 of minus of minus x, which is 2 raised to power plus x. Okay, whereas minus of fx is minus of 2 raised to power minus x is neither even nor odd part. So these cut, only this part is even. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Eighth question is saying that which of the following option can be inferred from the given passage alone. When I was a kid, I was partial to stories about other world and interplanetary travel. I used to imagine that I could just gaze off into space and be whisked to another planet. So it's a child's description of what he or she like. It is wrong because when I was a kid, so author is like going into his memory of childhood. So it's not a child's description, it's an adult memory of what he or she liked as a child. So yeah, this is making sense. The child in the passage read stories about interplanetary travel only in parts. This is like this cannot be inferred, and it teaches us our stories are good for children, so no such thing is given here. So this is also one. So clearly B is the correct answer for this 2 marks question. Ninth question is like good question. Out of 1000 individuals in a town, 100 unidentified individuals are COVID positive due to lack of adequate COVID testing kits. The health authorities of the town devised a strategy to identify these COVID positive individuals. The strategy is to collect saliva sample from all 1000 individuals and randomly group into set of 5, mix the samples within each set and test the mixed sample for COVID. If the test is negative, then declare all 5 as COVID negative. If the test is positive, then all 5 individuals are separately tested. So given this strategy, no more than this testing kit will be required to identify all the 100 COVID positive individuals irrespective of how they are grouped. So here we need to find the worst case maximum number of kits required. Okay, so 100 unidentified individuals are COVID positive. The town had devised to identify these COVID positive individuals. The strategy to collect saliva sample of all 1000, group them into 5. So we'll first group them into 5. So we will make 200 groups. Okay, and then what we'll do, 200 groups will be used to sample to check this because each group will have 5 samples, saliva samples. So 200 kits will be used in stage 1. Now let's say in worst case all 100 COVID positive are in different samples. So out of them 100 will come out to be positive. Now for 100 we need to check 100 kits are positive, so we need each kit to be separately tested. So in each group, since there are 5 people, so 500 more kits will be used. So 500 plus 200, so definitely 700 kits are maximum required to find out all the 100 unidentified individuals. Okay, so 700 is correct option. It is saying that 100 into 32 centimeter long sheet is folded 5 times. Each time the sheet is folded along the long edge aligned with the opposite side. Okay, so eventually the folded sheet in a rectangle of dimension 100 into 1. So we need to fold it to 5 times. So total number of creases available will be. So it's a paper folding kind of thing. So you can like use your admit card or something like that to see. So first of all, if I make like one crease, okay, and then I make like second fold, then you can see that after one folding I just get one crease, but after second folding I get total 3 creases. Okay, so 1 3, and then if I do one more this folding, then you can see that how many creases I get. You can see that I get one crease, 2 3 4 5 6 7. So total 7 creases now are visible after third folding. Okay, so like that you can see that there is a pattern. One crease, then there are 3 crease, then there are 7 crease. Okay, so this is like 2 square minus 1, 2 cube minus 1. So next there will be 15 creases. Okay, and after fourth folding, so after fifth folding there will be 31 creases, or 32 minus 1. Okay, so correct answer will be 31. Or you can draw the lines also and divide them. Once you get three lines like 1, 2 and 3, then you can again make cuts. When you can clearly see that there are like 1, 3, 7, then it will be 15, then 31. So total 31 creases will be there after 5 times folding. Okay, so C is the correct answer. So these are all 10 questions. Thank you.